Okay, now we're going to do an example. So now what we've got is, let's say this is the point that represents the end of the terminal side of an angle theta. Okay, so now so first of all, what quadrant is this in? This is going to be in the second quadrant. So let's just do our angle like this. So there's our angle. So this is theta, and we know that this here is the point -3,4. Okay? So what do we know? Well, if we draw out the triangle, we know that this is going to be -3. And that side's going to be -4. And of course, we can use r is equal to the square root of what? 4 squared plus -3 squared, which is going to equal the square root of 16 plus 9, or the square root of 25, which equals 5. So this is going to, the hypotenuse here is going to be 5. Okay? So now that we've got the triangle mapped out, now all I have to do is write out the trigonometric function. So we're going to do it for sine, cosine, and tangent. Okay? So sine theta. So that's going to be what? Sine theta is y over r, right? Or think about opposite over hypotenuse, right? So y over r. So that's going to be 4/5. Okay? If we do cosine theta, well, cosine theta is what? Adjacent over hypotenuse, or x over r. So think about x, just using the definition x over r. X over r. So that's going to be -3/5. And then tangent is y over x. Y over x. Where does that come from? Opposite over adjacent. Y over x. So it's going to be equal to what? -4/3. And so all I'm doing is using the definition in r, right? So I don't even need to know the picture, because I know x and y, and I know how to get r. As long as I know x, y, and r, I just have to remember what the definition, the general definition of each of the cosines, but realize that it all comes from a right triangle. Okay, so no matter where I am on the angle here, wherever I am on wherever theta ends up in, as long as I can draw a right triangle, I can figure it out. But again, if you memorize the definitions, the general definitions for any angle, then you just know that, hey, sine is going to be y over r, cosine is going to be x over r, tangent is going to be y over x, and then of course the other three are just the reciprocals thereof. So I know that cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, I know secant is the reciprocal of cosine, and I know cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. So as long as I memorize those three, right? So as long as I memorize that, hey, sine is y over r, cosine is x over r, tangent is y over x. As long as I know those, then I can just take any point that's given to me, xy point, xy coordinate, and I can find r, and I can get them all. Okay? All right. Have a great day.